What's good with y'all boys, man? I know it's been a very long time. I can explain though. I can explain. You know, freshman year of college came up. I had to tee up, lock in a little bit. And I know I left her on a crazy cliffhanger. Where finance have crazy into the pit. Part 5 will be dropping very soon though. So, that's my bad. But we are back and we locked in for sure. So, here's my plan. Since I am on summer break right now, I am gonna still try to post during the school year too. But my plan is to get 3 videos out every day. Like boom, 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 boom. You know? So it's gonna be hey, we on a grind, we locked in. So for this video, for my returning video, I want it to be a little more chill. So we go. So it's a bit of a reaction. It is a reaction. It's a little different than when I left off from. But it's the worst anime hot takes of all time by Osama. Here he is, Olama Sama, right here. You see it. Make sure y'all subscribe to the boy like I just did, and I'm gonna like the video, show respect. But yeah, let's get right into it. Let's go.
Anime opinion that y'all have.
Guts didn't really go through shit.
Stop the cap.
With anime becoming more mainstream and platforms like TikTok and Twitter, oh snap, my bad, X, we see a lot more people sharing their opinions on anime. This of course leads to people saying the dumbest takes for clicks or just spreading blatant misinformation. And of course, people are gonna listen to their favorite creators and spread the same nonsense. So today, we're gonna look through some of the worst takes I've ever seen, and I'll try my best not to get angry. No hate to any of the creators though. Best not to get angry. No hate to any of the creators though.
Luffy's Red Rock is now definitely more iconic than Kamehameha or Kamehameha and has surpassed the Goku legacy. Ooh, we starting off with this. We starting off crazy. Come on now, bro. We can't be saying false. We can't be saying cap things like this now though. Like y'all wasn't in y'all room when y'all was like 9, 10, 11 doing red rock, bro. Y'all wasn't doing that, bro. We was all in our room. Don't even cap. We was all in our room hitting one of these, charging that up and get ready to blast. Come on, bro. Y'all know that, bro. This is cap. This is rage. This is what I call rage bait. Definitely rage bait.
Okay, I don't know about y'all, but whenever someone starts to glaze something a bit too much, do you feel the need to cancel out the glaze? Maybe I'm just a hater, but that's me with One Piece. I know One Piece is golden and I love it too, but when I see things like this, I just can't help but starting to hate, especially when it's delusional takes. One thing we have to make known right here, barring Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z is the most iconic anime. I don't want to hear about
easily
Demon Slayer or AOT or something. You don't have to like the
AOT
story
though.
of Dragon Ball, but you can't deny its popularity. Many people know about Goku and the Dragon Balls. Heck, even people who don't watch anime may vaguely know about DBZ. Most anime fans know the story of Dragon Ball Z even if they didn't watch it because it's that iconic. Essentially, Dragon Ball Z is the father of shonen anime. I don't care if you like the Red Rock more than the Kamehameha.
Bro, it's literally so iconic, bro. I promise you, like, Kamehameha aside, bro, we was all in our room powering up trying to turn Super Saiyan, bro. Like, come on, bro. It's not even close.
Way it debuted in one of the best episodes in One Piece, I wouldn't blame you. But if we use an unbiased lens, we all know that way more people have heard of the Kamehameha than the Red Rock. Kids at the park are probably yelling the Kamehameha 10 times before they yell Red Rock. Is Red Rock even Luffy's most iconic move? Most fans starting this series will probably relate more with the Gum Gum pistol or the Gum Gum Gatling, but maybe that's just me. I just want y'all to know, when y'all say delusional takes like this, you make the community look crazy, so you gotta stop doing it.
Bro, I don't even think it's not even a debate. The Espadas would cook Stern Ritter, bro.
I don't want to spend too long on this one, but this is easily one of the craziest things I've ever heard. This take ignores the basic premise of power creep shown in anime, but it also has multiple other implications that make my brain hurt. Like I said in my Grammy video, I am not a power scaler, but I don't know too much about Bleach, so I can't really say nothing. The Espada were not weak by any means, but relative to the Stern Ritters, they are nothing. You just have to look at the captain's battles.
You gotta remember, they had death.
Oh yeah, this guy, he was one shot by Soy Phone, arguably one of the weaker captains.
They have Grimjaw.
This boy Grimjaw was getting rocked by Shinji with no Shikai and was beat by Hollow Mask Ichigo.
They had Yami, bruh.
He was slept on.
They mentioned Yami. Yami got off screen by Kenpachi and Byakuya, and both Byakuya and Kenpachi were bodied by Stern Ritters. The Espada were essentially low to mid difficulty opponents for the captains. Kenpachi only had to use 2 hands on his sword and one shot the 5th strongest one. Should we be Stark, the strongest one, with just his Shikai? You get the point. Off rip when the Stern.
Hey, I've never seen Bleach. I'm not gonna lie. Out of the big 3, like Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach is the most slept on, bro. I've never seen it, but like I hear so much more about Naruto and One Piece, way more than I hear about Bleach. Like, only main thing that I hear about Bleach is the OSTs, bro. That's it. Like, I know like they got some bangers over there. That's literally it. I've never seen it. So let me know in the comments, bro. Should I like post like go live reacting to Bleach like from the start to the end? Cause I know they did just drop a new season, and I'll be down for that. If y'all down for that, I'll be down for that.
Stern Ritters arrived, they had the captains pressed. Byakuya and Shinsuke were basically like, oh nah, we need to use Bankai for y'all. After getting violated, these captains had to go through crazy training and then they could comfortably beat the Stern Ritters. But if that's not good enough for you, here's something else. Let's look at Ichigo for a little bit. Hollow Mask Ichigo was able to beat Grimjaw with mid difficulty, but this is an Ichigo who's nowhere near the level of 1000 Year Blood War Ichigo. 1000 Year Blood War Ichigo is washing all the Espada from this arc, by the way. And this guy, this war threat, got his Bankai cut in half by Jugram with ease. The only way you believe that the Stern Ritters are getting cooked is if you believe that A, the captains got weaker during the time skip and after Aizen's defeat, B, Ichigo got weaker from the Wako Mundo arc and 1000 Year Blood War arc, or C, all of the above. By the way, if you believe that 1000 Year Blood War Ichigo was weaker, then you must believe that Ukiura from this arc is also gonna go toe to toe with Yuha. If you believe that, please pass me the stuff that you're smoking. If the Stern Ritters are getting quote unquote cooked by the Espada, that means you're telling me if the Espada invaded the Soul Society, it would have been an even worse result for the Gote 13. Let's just move on to the next take, bro. Hold up, before we do that, if you're liking this video so far, you're gonna want to subscribe to this channel because I'm gonna keep on pumping out content like this. Also, thank y'all so much for the support on the last video. We getting like 100 subs off that one video, which was insane.
Oh, shit.
Love y'all for that. Anyways, back to the video.
What is an unpopular anime opinion that y'all have?
Guts didn't really go through shit, and people keep him overhyped.
So this is the thumbnail that I seen, bro. This is it, bro. Let me finish what he's saying. Let me kind of hear him out.
I think I'm.
What? Guts didn't really go through nothing? I know it's supposed to be an unpopular opinion.
Bro, like, that's the most... That gotta be the craziest one, bro. Guts didn't go... Like, I'm pretty sure, like... Didn't, like, his dad was, like, some type of alky. And then, like... He tried to off him, but he had to off his dad. And then he was born to his mom being hung. Like, come on, bro. And then later on, his girlfriend got... You know what? By, like, some... demons, like what?
Yeah, but you know what? Let's hear him out. Let's actually give this guy a chance.
Okay, he got as a baby, so what? He got his girl, he got cooked. Oh, too bad, nigga.
Y'all see what I'm talking about, right? TikTok and Twitter cooked hot takes. People just say things nowadays to just say things. He's acting like that's the only thing that's happened to Guts. Let's run off the list of things that happened to Guts. Off rip, he was born from his mother's hanging corpse. As a child, he was raised by a man who was willing to sell him to a predator for 3 coins. Then the same man who raised him tried to kill him in a drunken rage, and Guts had to end him. Then we can fast forward a bit to when Guts found a group he could really call a family, along with a best friend and a girlfriend. Well, that best friend decided to make a deal with evil beings to achieve his dreams. This deal required the sacrifices all those friends Guts made, and this guy who was supposed to be Guts' best friend also R-worded Guts' girlfriend in front of him.
Like,
I didn't even get through half of this guy's suffering, but I think y'all get the point. In the video, he tries to say, but Kaneki was tortured. Yes, this is true. But two things can be true at the same time. Are we Ooga Booga cavemen who can only see things in black and white? Now, I don't know what this guy...
At least Kaneki had like somehow of like a childhood. He ain't turned into a ghoul till he was like, what, 16, 17? He still had 17 years to be a normal kid.
Guy's been through, but it'd have to be insane if you can just look at Guts' story and say, man, not that bad. The amount of things going wrong in your life to equate to Guts' suffering is so improbable that this take is just chatting. Next take.
How long? Wait. How long anime MCs will last in the One Piece verse? Pretty sure this is Ichigo, 5 hours. Naruto, 1 year. Deku, 10 days. Bro, if that's not okay, bro. Well, I was finna flip. This better not be no motherfucking Isagi right here, bro. If this is Isagi, if I'm looking at Isagi right here, bro, I might be tripping, but there's no way. Bro, this is motherfucking Isagi. If I'm looking at Isagi right now, this shouldn't even be 10 years. This should be fucking infinite. This is even not even a debate. Aaron, I fuck with Aaron heavy, but I'm low. But this should be Aaron should be 1 year. Naruto should be 5 years. Just saying, Aaron's a little more, Asta. I don't really know too much about Asta. Meliodas, nah, I'm not. I'm putting him at least 10. Why the fuck is Isagi here, bro? This is throwing me off. If this is Isagi, bro, this is probably somebody from a different anime, bro. But there's no way this is Isagi. And then there's Netsu. He should not be 5 minutes. He should at least be like a year, in my opinion.
Wow, I don't even know what to say about this list. I'm flabbergasted. It has to be bait or something. Anyone who has watched any of these anime know that this list is just blatantly wrong. How does a soccer player last longer in One Piece than Ichigo? How does Deku last longer than Ichigo?
Thank you.
Ichigo in One Piece,
my
period?
God, thank you.
I guarantee you, not many
so
people
that
are
was
surviving
Isagi. I know I'm not tripping,
and don't even
bro.
talk about hockey, because if it took bro 2.5 days to learn Bankai, he's gonna learn hockey quick enough so he's not getting rocked all the time. Then we can move on to Naruto. Naruto only lasts 1 year in One Piece. I don't know what it is with Naruto fans and One Piece fans, but I feel like they be beefing for no reason. Seriously, I dare you to go on TikTok and look up anything related to Naruto or Luffy's character. I'd say like 80% of the time, you'll see a comment from one fan page going after the other anime. Similarly to Ichigo, I can't see Naruto living in One Piece for 1 year and not learning about hockey at some point. I feel like 1 year is enough time for Naruto to learn some type of hockey, and once that happens, it's actually over. Bro can just spam shadow clones to train it super fast. I also don't know how Meliodas lasts only an hour and Natsu lasts only 5 minutes. No one is doing anything against the son of the Demon King. And if you drop Naruto into any One Piece arc, he's frying up everyone barring any Logia users. I shouldn't even have to mention why Goku
and they both, Meliodas and Natsu and Ichigo, both last less time than Isagi. I guarantee whoever made this, their like argument is that Isagi has adaptability, but this nigga's a soccer player, bro. Like, he's a soccer player, bro.
He's a soccer player. There's no way you're not convincing that soccer player lasted in One Piece, bro.
There's actually no way.
Black surviving only 10 years is insane to say. This man is gonna terrorize humanity and make the celestial dragons look like good guys. Exactly. I really just feel like whoever made this list was just trolling or something, because there's actually no way you can think this stuff seriously. Oh my goodness, I lost some brain cells during this video, and y'all probably did too. Hope you enjoyed the video though, and
this is only part 1, so
I'm a rank part. No, we're gonna watch all 3 parts because there is 3 parts. I'm gonna rank 1 being like at the top of the list, is being like the least crazy hot takes. Like the Bleach one, I don't know too much about, but from what he was reacting, I gotta put that up there because I don't really know too much about it. So I'm putting that at least. And then you have Goku or Luffy's Red Rock being less more iconic than Goku's Kamehameha. That's right there. And then there's Guts not suffering. And then there's motherfucking Isagi and the rest of the list being able to last long in One Piece. That's my list right there. So let's move on to part 2. For part 1, make sure y'all leave y'all list in the comments below. And yeah, let me know how y'all feel about like these hot takes.
Marvel Studios Thunderbolts is the #1 movie in the world. Oh yeah! For 2 weeks in a row.
Pretty enticing.
Here we go. And here we go. This is the worst anime hot takes of all time, part 2. Already, bro's fit is not cutting it. He needs to zip that up. I'm not hating though. I'm just being honest. I'm being real with him. Let's go.
Luffy scales the other animes better than most people think.
Okay, that's fine.
Like Kaido would. This is gonna be crazy.
Wait, what?
Would give Goku a run for his.
I hate, like, bro, I seriously dislike One Piece fans, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, bro, there's some of y'all that's chill. Like, there's some of y'all that's like hella chill. But then there's like these dudes. Kaido, whatever his name is not giving Goku no run for no amount of money, nothing. No. Goku is twerking and killing that whole verse, bro. Stop it.
Money. Would give Goku a run for his money.
Okay, so it's been a while since the last hot takes video, and since that video I've seen more and more egregious takes. The chatting has reached new levels and people are actively spreading misinformation on purpose, but I've slowly been gathering these takes. So today we're gonna go through some of the worst takes I could find, and here's a shocker, most of them are either from TikTok or Twitter. This means we're gonna be losing a lot of brain cells today. Also, no major spoilers and no hate to any of these creators.
Luffy scales the other animes better than most people think. Like Kaido would. This is gonna be crazy. Would give Goku a run for his money.
I can't even begin to comprehend or break down where this take falls apart. Keep in mind, this guy is saying that Kaido can hang with Goku. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Kaido can probably only hang with Kid Goku max. Some of y'all One Piece fans saw him hold an island while fighting some people and thought, wow, this guy's strong. I guess he can fight Goku now. I promise you, if these guys fought, Goku is turning Kaido inside out. The only reason I can think of someone saying something like this is because they are either extremely delusional or they just never watched Dragon Ball. I don't think y'all understand how ridiculous power scaling in Dragon Ball can get. Vegeta blew an entire planet with one hand, and this was in the first arc of Z. And
bro, King Vegeta, bro, he literally raised his hand, bro. He hit this pose right here. Just like that looked crazy. Hold on, bro. He literally hit. He was like, just like that. And the whole he blew up three planets back to back. Boom, boom, boom. Like, bro, there's no way, bro. Like, I don't believe that, bro. There's no way.
In case you didn't know, no one in One Piece has ever blown up a planet. Do some of y'all actually think that hockey surpasses everything? What's Kaido gonna do? Blast Breath? Thunder Bagua? Not to mention the fact that if you believe Kaido can hang with Goku, or quote unquote give him a run for his money, then that means Shanks, Akainu, Mihawk, Whitebeard, etc. can also hang with Goku. And I dare you guys in the comments to explain to me how on God's green earth Shanks is touching Goku.
Shanks is a hockey man.
A hockey man?
Like, you were doing so fine with the first sentence, but then you decided to bring up Goku out of all names. But judging by the fact that he's cosplaying as Smoker, he probably enjoys One Piece quite a bit. And if someone told me that this was his first ever anime, that checked out. When you watch something like One Piece or Naruto as your gateway into everything, you'll probably be a bit biased.
I didn't know he was crosplaying as somebody with the thing unzipped. I thought he just had it unzipped. My bag, champ.
And have these delusional takes. I promise you guys, I am not a One Piece hater, so don't worry, I can help.
You know what? Fuck you. You talk about Kaido and give Goku a run for his money. What?
Because I know you're mentally ill, which is why one day I'm going to open up a hospital for mentally ill.
Next take.
What is a character that you would put on Fraud Watch?
Goku.
I think
Do niggas not like Goku or something, bro?
Goku is the biggest fraud of all time, bro.
Talk to him.
Not one move he got is his.
Wait, another Goku take? Hold on, what's the name of the...
That's a good point. Not one move of Goku is his own original creative move. But there's nobody that have done this move, the Kamehameha, like Goku has done it.
Podcast? Oh, Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Tell me, One Piece fans, do these guys speak for you? Is this what represents all of you guys? Like, I feel like if it's a street interview or a podcast, everyone's brain cells start leaving. I know y'all want the TikTok clip, but dang, this is just chatting at its finest. Y'all just be calling anybody a fraud nowadays. Like, do y'all even know what it means? Google says a fraud is a person or thing intended to deceive others, typically by unjustifiably claiming or being credited with accomplishments or qualities. And because Goku has other techniques that are not original, he is supposedly a fraud. Did Goku go around parading around saying, I'll use the Kamehameha that I created myself? I guess you can call him a thief, but even then, Goku has had some of the most creative and original use of some of these moves. Like, he used the feet Kamehameha or stacking the Kamehameha with the Kaioken. I didn't see Roshi having red aura when he was firing off his blast. Then later in the clip, he's talking about a Saiyan Zenkai boost also
jumping
makes
around
them
with the
fragile.
Kamehameha and UI?
They're laughing in the clip because they know they're just talking just to talk. We are now calling Goku a fraud because of his own biology. Yes, Bardock and Gine, you guys are the reason why your son is now a fraud because you happen to be monkey. Like, are we gonna say it's Naruto's fault for having Uzumaki genes to help with chakra? And plus, Zenkai boosts were fairly irrelevant after the Namek saga because the boost is only so great. Like, after we saw Super Saiyans giving people 50 times power boost, a Zenkai boost wasn't gonna be doing that much compared to the Super Saiyan buff. Using the word fraud can be funny, but some of y'all just be using it for everything. Y'all want to talk about frauds? Talk about Shinji from Bleach. He may be my favorite character, but bro doesn't really do much fighting wise. Next thing y'all gonna say is like Gojo's a fraud or something. But anyways, what's the next take?
Oh wait, but you think Kaido beats Krillin?
I fully, wholeheartedly believe Kaido beats Krillin.
I'm gonna open up a hot.
And I'm gonna show you why. I'm gonna show you why now.
Kaido does not beat Krillin, bro. Krillin was going toe to toe. Not even toe. He pushed Goku to Super Saiyan Blue, bro. That's God's power. That's God's energy, right? Goku is far stronger than King Vegeta and Frieza when he destroyed those planets, right? So Kaido is already losing to Frieza and King Vegeta because he's already blown up planets and stuff. Kaido has not done that. Krillin is going. He's stronger than that Frieza and Kaido and King Vegeta because he's pushing Goku to Super Saiyan Blue. Like, come on now, I could break this down easily.
Stop playing, bro.
Hospital.
I already put these guys in the video twice. As y'all can clearly see, not everyone needs a podcast. And if you are not well versed in a certain series, don't speak on it because this doesn't make sense whatsoever. Like, this devolves to something very simple. Krillin can blow up the planet hundreds of times over and Kaido cannot. Krillin is faster than Kaido. Barring Logias, Krillin is soloing all of One Piece with ease.
Miles, you said Gojo is a fraud amongst top tiers.
Toji mopped them.
Y'all, I think we officially lost it. Gojo, along with Sukuna, is the actual pinnacle of power in Jujutsu Kaisen. Literally.
You know what? I'm not even really too mad. No. Like, I'm not gonna say like I'm not gonna say too much about that one, cause Toji's my favorite character. Sukuna and Toji is my favorite character in Jujutsu Kaisen. So it's like I can't say Gojo's a fraud though. Like we all know how strong Gojo it really is. Like, we all know how strong he is. So he's not a fraud.
Yeah. No one can touch these guys. They made a special grade curse like Jogo, who was able to speed blitz 3 injured sorcerers, look like a child. Jogo couldn't land a single hit on these guys, and they're constantly mocking him during their fights. But since Toji defeated him, he's a fraud. Fortunately for my sanity, the other guy in the clip mentioned all the things that Toji needed to do to defeat him. Asides Batman, this man Toji is one of the kings of prep time. Like, anyone will say Toji with prep time can do this and that, and then they start glazing like crazy. Toji had to first wear down Gojo for like 3 days straight, have him get little to no sleep, and have him activate his technique at all times. Then he had to take down the bounty on Rico just to lower Gojo's guard down so he can turn off his infinity. But even then, Gojo shook it off and was still untouchable. Then Toji had to trick him again into thinking he would go to murk Rico and finally use the weapon that Gojo didn't even know existed, which would turn off his infinity. If your opponent has to go through all of that to try and off you, you can't be a fraud. Toji didn't even succeed completely, and once Gojo came back, he started speed blitzing Toji. One red nearly broke this man's back, and some of y'all want to call him a fraud for this. Like, I'm not blaming Toji. He knew what he was up against was actually insane, so he took his proper measures. But you can't tell me that a teenager is fraudulent because he got snuck by some middle-aged guy with weapons he ain't even know existed. Next tape. Y'all know what this is already. If you're new and you like what you're seeing, might as well subscribe. I'm gonna be pushing out videos like this throughout 2024. Anyways, back to the video. Okay, so this one says that these 3 anime carry 2023, and it shows J.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little biased with Attack on Titan, so I would say it did.
JK, One Piece, and Attack on Titan. Now I know the title said that these were the worst takes of all time, but this one isn't too crazy. Besides one thing, One Piece is definitely gonna be in here because they had the peak of the Wano arc animated this year, and JJK carried the last half of the year with Hidden Inventory and the Shibuya Incident arc, so these two are understandable. I draw the line with Attack on Titan being here.
You know what? I'm gonna hear him.
I understand that if it's something that you personally like a lot, you may value it more and it could have carried your year more. But AOT dropped 2 separate hour-long specials this year, and that's it. It's not like the other years where they were dropping in a seasonal anime format. Nah, they just dropped one episode in March that served as a lot of build-up and an amazing finale episode. Now that's fine and all, but those two are not enough to carry an entire year in my opinion, especially if one came out in like November. So what are the other options? Some guy in the comments said My Hero and Blue Lock and got ratioed because we gotta be serious here.
I fuck with Blue Lock heavy. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Blue Lock has been, bro, Blue Lock is up there, but you cannot put My Hero up there, bro.
My Hero and Blue Lock were good, but I think something like Bleach 1000 Year with Blood War Part 2 carried a lot of the summer for shonen anime. But there were a lot of bangers last year, so this one isn't too crazy. The last thing I want to tackle is a meta that is incomprehensible. TikTok lives. And not the AI junk either.
Hey, thanks for the gummies. Hey, what you said?
These guys are the ultimate form of yapping and nonsensical arguments. Essentially, someone will put some bait topic as the background and people will join in to argue. Now, I call it a bait topic because there is no way some of these things are real. Like Sakura Slam Cell. Didn't this guy threaten to
I'm not taking that serious.
blow up the solar system with the Kamehameha? The craziest thing is, some people actually try to argue these topics with all of their heart. Now, I don't know if it's just because people like to argue and like chaos, but this one is the prime example of nonsense. They asking about Gear 5 Luffy versus, and I guess this is low-key a spoiler, Black Frieza. And some people are gonna say Luffy wins because of Toon Force or something. Like, this is so mind-boggling for me. Doesn't Black Frieza use a death beam and murk Luffy? Or heck, doesn't he even blow up the planet? Like, someone said that they hopped on one of these lives and they beat the Luffy winning argument by asking whether Shanks beats Frieza. Another one is this Ace versus Madara live. Ace slams? Spoilers here, but we're saying that the guy who got baked by Lava Boy is slamming Madara with the 10 tails. Bro, I hope y'all are getting bags or having a lot of fun, because if you're losing sleep because you lost a debate in one of these lives, bro, take a break from the internet, man. Well, that's that for this hot takes video. Thank y'all so much for watching this.
All right, so part 2. Let's see. I will rank. Let's see. Top of the list as like not so bad is these three carry 2023, which is Attack on Titan, One Piece, JJK. That's up there, and then. Let's see if I can remember the other ones. Okay, so the first one was... Oh, this one's at the bottom.
Keep in mind,
Kaido and Goku, that's the bottom. That's the worst hot take. Worst. That's the worst. This... What was this one?
Spot, Goku is turning Kaido...
Okay, yep.
Which is why one day I'm
your gateway into everything. You'll probably be a bit biased.
All right, this one says Goku was a fraud.
I picked this off.
All right, that one said Goku was a fraud. Okay, so I'm okay. So okay. Here's the list. Top being the carry 2023, which was, you already saw that, and then it goes. Okay, then it goes Gojo being a fraud, Goku being a fraud, and then Kaido beating Krillin, and then Kaido and Goku at the bottom. There you go. Make sure y'all leave y'all part 2 anime hot takes in the comments below. And yeah, let's get on to part number 3. Let's get on to part number 3.
Oh wow, it's
Let's get it, guys. Let's go.
been such a long time. I think it's finally time for another hot takes video. Let's see what we got.
Naruto's not no damn revolutionary.
I don't think Krillin beat Nami, man. Like, he going.
I am now thoroughly convinced he's not a good writer.
As the title suggests, we are back with some more hot takes. The concept is pretty self-explanatory, so we are diving right into them. So grab your popcorn, sit back, and get ready to drop your IQ by a couple points. Because some of these takes should...
The fuck was that?
Get these people investigated. I'm thoroughly convinced there's a comprehension epidemic that plagues our population, and it'll only get worse from here. And of course, let's not send any hate to these creators, because we don't move like that around here.
If Krillin was on Earth, would he have stopped Omni-Man?
No, I don't believe so.
There's no way you guys can do this shit. There's no way. There's no way. There's actually no way. There's actually no way.
I don't think so. I mean, Viltrumites, they savage.
Pause right there. What does being savage even mean in this fight? We already glazing Viltrumites.
Bro, you realize Krillin is doing what Viltrumites is doing, but 10 times more?
And we're barely 20 seconds into the take. These Viltrumites could be wild animals with rabies. It doesn't matter. At this point in the Dragon Ball franchise, any participant in the Tournament of Power for Universe 7 can destroy the planet thousands of times over. And I'm very familiar with your game, Omni-Man, so you can't fool me. A lot of these Invincible fans will point to the time Omni-Man destroyed, and I want to emphasize the air quotes around destroyed, a planet in season 1. First off, he ain't destroyed the entire planet. He just murked everyone there. There's a difference. If all humans got wiped out but Earth was still present, you wouldn't say Earth was destroyed. Also, this man grew a full beard by the time it was over, so it must have taken him a minute for him to actually do it relative to flaxing time. If that means he destroyed the planet, then I don't even know what we're doing here anymore.
You don't think Krillin beat Omni-Man?
I don't think Krillin beat Omni-Man. Like he gonna palm Krillin's head and just, you know.
Disrespect.
Bro, people gotta start putting respect on Krillin's name, bro.
This man is giving my guy Krillin is insane. Hey man, I understand that Krillin was getting the brakes beaten off of him a lot in DBZ, but that doesn't change the fact that he was getting stronger throughout the series. In case you don't know what power creep is, allow me to give you a little lesson. As the series progresses and main characters get stronger, some villains or past characters eventually fall behind in strength. So even though we know during the Namek Saga, Frieza was way stronger than Krillin, if Tournament of Power Krillin were to enter into the Namek Saga, he'd be the strongest character easily. That's just how crazy Dragon Ball power creep can get. Also, Krillin is probably just a better fighter than Omni-Man due to his martial arts background.
I still think he would make an example out of the Invincible universe.
As in,
he beating the shit out of Omni-Man in my mind.
Whoa.
This man impound knows ball. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this superpowered J. Jonah Jameson couldn't even catch an elderly man pressing a button. He's not touching Krillin. One destructo disc. Bro, who am I kidding? One punch and Krillin accidentally wipes Omni-Man off the face of the earth. Next take.
Naruto's not no damn revolutionary. The ruling body said we're gonna kill your brother, and Naruto's response was to beg for his life.
You know, some people always say that opinions can't be wrong, but whoever said that is dumb as bricks. We should all learn that people are entitled to their own opinion, but that opinion can be wrong, very wrong. Now, the entire video's purpose was to compare the big three's MCs and talk about who's the best written between them. I'm not gonna get into that because that's purely subjective, and he had good points in the fact that there's no reason to really compare them because they all have such different roles in their respective worlds. I wanted to key in on a specific point he made. Naruto is not a revolutionary, which is a new take I've never seen before. Do we know what a revolutionary even is? A revolutionary is a person who works for or engages in political revolution. I know a lot of people just can't comprehend this, but Naruto's goal is to stop the cycle of hatred in the shinobi world. It's not about hard work beating talent or whatever people try to push. This was the main message of Naruto since the first arc. Y'all thought Naruto was just yapping about it being messed up for ninjas to be used as tools? No, this man dead wanted to change that and all of the other messed up things in the shinobi world. And he does this by becoming Hokage. Some can say that he failed as Hokage, but I just say that you're flat out wrong if you believe that. The villagers in the world have seen a lot more improvement as a result of Naruto helping bring political change across the villages. There's no more tension between the Kages anymore. Kids don't have to become shinobi for the villages to fight in wars, but because he begged for Sasuke's life, he can't be a revolutionary? This one moment nullifies all of the change and revolution Naruto brought as Hokage? Come on, bruh. Just because someone isn't straight up declaring war on the world government doesn't mean that they are not revolutionists or trying to fight for change. One can oppose the system that's in place in different ways.
A controversial debate within the anime community is if Masashi Kishimoto, the creator of Naruto, is even a good writer.
Gee, what are we on? What are we on?
I am now thoroughly convinced he's not a good writer.
Oh wow, another bad Naruto take. But let's really look at that word, bad, B-A-D. It rhymes with other words like mad, ad, had, dad, pad, etc. I think it's also interesting that all these words also have 3 letters in each of them. You know what else has 3 of something? A triangle, which has 3 sides. There are also 3 different types of triangles: scalene, isosceles, and equilateral. Triangles.
Whoa, where are we going with this? What the fuck is going on?
Also make up something called a 5-cell, a 4th dimensional triangle. Have you noticed what I'm doing yet? I'm doing the same thing that the guy in this video is doing. I'm yapping. That's all some of these content creators be doing. I don't know why, but there are always people who get so invested into something that they believe they have enough credibility to distinguish what's good and bad. This man said it was a debate to wonder if Kishimoto was a good writer. Give me a break. You can see this with various amounts of things: sports, media, education, etc., where you see plenty of people calling a professional bad at their respective craft. You are allowed to criticize certain aspects of someone's craft, but the professional bad at their respective craft. You are allowed to criticize certain aspects of someone's craft, but to say they are outright bad at what they do is beyond stupid. You can't write a series that millions know and love and say that the writer is bad. If the writing was so butt cheeks, it wouldn't get that popular or be a part of Shonen Jump. Everyone will be able to see it from a mile away. Naruto is one of the most iconic anime in the world, but since some of y'all took a literary class in high school, you think you can call all of the writing bad. The actual reasoning for this guy calling it bad is also extremely stupid. The first thing he talks about is specific moments in the story that make him question Kishimoto's abilities. And let me tell you, if certain moments in the story that can be seen,
you gotta realize, bro, one, Naruto came out years ago, right? Naruto came out so long ago. There's gonna be some parts where it doesn't make sense. That happens, bro. Like, we got, like, Dragon Ball did not have the best writing. It didn't. It did not have the best writing. It did not have it. Now, you compare shows like Attack on Titan did not have the best fight scenes and things like that. But they did have good writing. Like, there's never a part in Attack on Titan that I did not feel like was like perfect writing. It was good writing throughout the whole show. Now, Naruto fight scenes are perfect. There's not one bad fight scene at all. There's not one bad one. But the story, there will be some parts that are somewhat questionable. It's an old show. Like, y'all gotta. It's still very iconic, very. But there will be some parts that don't make sense in the writing. That happens.
As questionable writing is the sole reason why someone is a bad writer, then we can apply similar logic to other things. Anytime Stephen Curry misses a 3, we can diminish his status as the best shooter and call him a bad one. If Mr. Beast has a couple videos that don't get 100 million views, we can call him a bad YouTuber. I think you see the point that I'm getting at. These guys wouldn't be at the top of their respective crafts if they weren't good at it. Another reason he talked about is that the editor suggested Kishimoto some ideas, the main one being Sasuke. So because the editor did their job, we are now taking away from the main author. Editors always help their mangaka. It's their job. If they weren't helping them, why would they be there? Also, are we now saying that the editor wrote all of those parts in Naruto with Sasuke? No! Kishimoto still had to be the one writing it. Bro, some of y'all really don't know how writing works. The guy in the video is using a flawed perspective to look at it all. We know that a lot of Shippuden is Naruto trying to save Sasuke, but it's not like these ideas were fully fleshed out from chapter 3. The editor didn't know how big of a role Sasuke will play in the series. None of them did. There are a lot of moving parts in creating a full-fledged story where new ideas are created or original ideas are scrapped as the series progresses. So it's BS to say that the editor was working overtime and saved Kishimoto. Next take, you need to tell them to subscribe. Oh yeah, subscribe if you're new and you're enjoying the video. On to the next take, which is, oh my gosh, it's from a TikTok live again.
Odin Valhalla Rising, now available on mobile and PC, exclusively with Google Play Games. Ascend to Valhalla on a larger PC screen and get an exclusive 15% discount for a limited time only. Download Google Play Games today.
I seen this list going around a lot, and it's pretty mid to say the least. Yet I've seen multiple creators try to defend it. From what I can gather, this list is basically talking about.
Okay. So hardworking, we got Ichidori. I think this is. I think this is. I can't tell who this is right here. Gon, Isagi, Saitama, Gojo, Luffy. Oh, he's from Full Metal Alchemist. What's his dude name? I forgot his dude name, but I know he's from Full Metal Alchemist. And then in Gifted, we got Zoro, Asta, Naruto, Goku, Tanjiro, Ichigo, Boruto, and Deku. Alright, Ichidori deserves to be on hardworking. Don't know who this person is, so I can't really say that. Isagi deserves to be in hardworking. Gon deserves to be in hardworking. Saitama deserves to be in hardworking. Gojo, gifted. 100%. Gojo's gifted. He was born OP. The second he was born, it was already like the world changed. The second Gojo was born, he never had to train. Like, what? He had an awakening once Toji fought him. So Gojo is gifted 100%. Luffy, you can stay in hardworking. You can stay on hardworking. I forgot your name, but you can stay on hardworking. Gifted, Goku does not deserve to be here. Goku is in hardworking. Zoro, hardworking for sure. Naruto. Well, if I got Goku in hardworking, Naruto's in hardworking as well. Tanjiro, hardworking. Ichigo, hardworking. Boruto, hardworking. Deku, hardworking. Only one that's gifted out of this whole list is Gojo. He's the only one, in my opinion, that's gifted. Everybody else we've seen throughout the show work hard and go through trial and error and fall, get back up, get stronger, training arc. We've seen that through with all these characters. Him, Gojo,
my characters
right here, we have not seen that at all. We've seen Gojo be born into already being OP.
Who are considered hardworking and those who are simply gifted. If we're all being completely honest, a lot of these characters are probably some mix of both to an extent. So the list should actually be more like a spectrum. But ignoring that idea, some of these classifications are just dumb. Why is Gojo in hardworking when he's admitted that most of Jujutsu sorcery is just raw talent? Sure, Gojo trained his limitless, but he was already born broken. Curse users were shivering their timbers when they saw Gojo walking in the street. Throughout most of Hidden Inventory, he was portrayed to be the prodigy who was just really strong without having to train like someone getting ready for badminton. So I'd personally say that this man is more gifted than hardworking. Another one who I think is wrong is Goku. I'm not gonna say that Goku is the definition of hard work, but he's pretty dang close to it. A lot of people just forget that Saiyans are not super strong off the bat. They have to train to get a lot stronger. I feel like there's this warped perception on the progression of Saiyans in the series and that they get super strong super quickly. That's something Frieza's race does when Frieza does like 3 push-ups and unlocks a new form on par with Super Saiyan Blue. These two are like anomalies compared to the average Saiyan on planet Vegeta. They've just been fortunate enough to train with gods and have a bunch of resources to help their progress. Goku and Vegeta ain't get all this power overnight. All of these forms they're unlocking and mastering still require a good amount of training to even attain. Also, I know Goku as a kid was more of a prodigy, but as the series progressed, I feel like the hard work aspect kind of overtook that idea. But for a quick second, I wanted to return to the topic of TikTok lives and just any type of conversation in general. If you ever see these prove me wrong type of lives, I'd recommend that you just don't join them. You will not be on equal grounds when you try to make points. What I mean by that is that they have all the power and will definitely have some disingenuous arguments and then boot you afterwards.
How is Gojo hardworking?
Okay, so did he train to perfect Limitless?
He did train to perfect Limitless, but did he not from like...
Thank you. You definitely trained to perfect Limitless.
Hey man, I won't lie, it's low-key funny to spectate if you turn off your brain a bit. It's clearly some sort of engagement method, so they got it. I just say if you genuinely want to talk about the topic, go to neutral grounds where you can actually get off points. Next take.
I just feel like the top few speedsters in JJK can
Run with Naruto characters, bro.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna open the comments and y'all gonna think I'm a Naruto glazer, man. I promise I'm not. This was not done on purpose. I won't get on this guy's head again too much because it's just being ignorant. And there's nothing wrong with being ignorant. It just means that you don't know something. And there's nothing really wrong with that. JJK is the series that's popping off right now. So I understand people thinking that the verse is stronger than it actually is. However, these guys are nowhere near the speed of other characters in different series. For example, in One Piece, a casual feat for them is dodging light beams, something that JJK characters could only dream of doing. The Toji running on water is cool and all, but it's nowhere near as fast as some of these Naruto characters. To give you perspective, apparently Haku was moving at light speed between these mirrors, and Kid Naruto and Sasuke were fighting him during the first arc. But in case that isn't believable, Kakashi was able to cut lightning from the sky with Chidori, and there are way more characters who are stronger and faster than this version of Kakashi. Basically, a bunch of Naruto characters are way faster than any JJK character. This image that was going around a while back about Toji versus the Sasuke Retriever arc was really just a setup for Toji. This man is getting bodied by one Fang over Fang along with 80% of the JJK verse.
Like, don't get me wrong, bro. I love Toji. Pause. Well, no, not pause. Toji's goated. He's a GOAT. But I'm not gonna lie. He's only good in his verse. Toji's good in his verse. 100%. But in other verses like Naruto, bro, we can't set Toji up like that. My Hero Academia made anime mainstream. I refuse.
Hey man, we're not even going crazy long on this one. Everyone, laugh at this guy. But all jokes to the right, I think this take can be both bad and good depending on your definition of mainstream. Personally, I don't think anime was made mainstream by My Hero, mainly because it wasn't as niche as people may say. However, I will give My Hero props as it had about a 3-year stretch where it was scorching hot and was everywhere. I also feel like we saw the same type of popularity with other anime preceding My Hero with Demon Slayer and JJK. These three helped usher in a new age of anime fans, and due to how easy each of them—
My Hero is not clutching up mainstream. I'm sorry. It's not up there. Of anything, My Hero's fandom, y'all already know that. It's crazy. Like, no. Of anything, My Hero made anime look more weird to the people who don't watch it. Like, come on now.
To pick up, so many more people were able to pick up anime as a result. Also, I think a certain global pandemic and content creators caused a lot more people to pick up anime and perceive it as normal. So you can say that My Hero played a role in making anime mainstream to an extent, but let's not act like other anime and factors didn't have something to do with it. Alright, this part is new. It's gonna be a lightning round where I look at some of the hot takes that you guys commented down below the last hot takes video. So I'm gonna be reading off some and see how stupid or correct they really are. Off rip, we got some very foolish Demon Slayer takes. I'm noticing a lot of Demon Slayer fans are rising from the dead again since the anime released a new season and the Infinity Castle arc looks to be
nothing but fucking gas.
The first one is, one of my friends told me that Muzan solos Frieza because his
oh my god,
Axe regen are supposedly better than Frieza's durability since Frieza can't heal on his own. Well, first off, I was told that you surround yourself with people who are like you, and your friend seems to be insane, so I hope that's not an indication of you. We need to really stop with our Dragon Ball hot takes because no one has watched or read the series. It's very clear. Frieza will dead blow up the planet if he has to, but he wouldn't even need to do that because he'll just keep death beaming Muzan till he's nothing. Muzan can't even survive in the sun, so he might just get Yorichi PTSD when he sees a supernova. I'm not even going to talk about this Yorichi versus Goku.
I got another friend who genuinely convinced Yorichi from Demon Slayer beats Goku, not even joking. He's genuinely insane, but he's glazing so hard.
Goku take Yajirobe probably takes this guy's lunch money, to be honest. We got another take about Toji beating Maharaga.
Ah, no.
Because Toji has no cursed energy, so Maharaga shouldn't have anything to adapt to in theory. In case you ain't know,
Maharaga is a million times stronger than fucking Toji, bro.
My king, 8-handled sword, Divergent Scylla, Divine General Maharaga will adapt to strong punches and kicks. Maharaga can adapt to any and all phenomena, so that means he'll eventually adapt to the speed and strength of his opponent. I don't know if Toji got anything that can straight up one-shot Maharaga, so in my opinion, Megumi's trap card will win this one. Another take I saw was related to
I once heard someone saying Luffy does not have ant skill and is just a brawler. I lost so many brain cells. Okay.
Luffy being just a brawler and not having any skill whatsoever. I think this take derives from people seeing a bunch of other shonen MCs learning every single fighting style under the sun and perceiving that as the only way to have skill. Luffy has a lot of skill, it just looks different. I've talked about this in other videos, but Luffy's fruit is not easy to control, and it took a while for Luffy to master it. So as far as I'm concerned, Luffy perfectly controlling a gum pistol is a good amount of skill in my book. Sure, he may not be doing all these grappling techniques or fighting styles, but calling him just a brawler is just being dishonest. And finally, what the? Sanji slander? Yeah, we good off of that. Mineta's only character trait for like 3 seasons was him being a perv, although Sanji can be weird at times.
I mean, every anime has that pervy, like, character. Sanji, though, like, he's still goated. Like, he's still a good character, even besides the perviness. The dude from My Hero with the little black balls, he's useless.
Oh my gosh, bro, lock in. We all know that he does respect women with chivalry, and he has a bunch of other things to his character, unlike Mineta, like his passion for cooking. Wherever this take originated from, please don't compare this fodder bum to someone with actual character. Hope y'all enjoyed the video, man, and hopefully you didn't lose too many brain cells. I don't know if the takes were as bad as the last video, but let's be honest, that isn't.
Alright, so with this one, let's see. We got number 1 at the top of the list is the Omni-Man beats Krillin. That's at the top of the list, 100%. That's the worst. Oh, no. I did it backwards. That's at the bottom. That's the worst hot take of all time. That is terrible. Krillin dog walks Invincible. So after that we got it was Naruto is not revolutionary. That's at the top. It's not bad because like you can't really compare them, but like you can't compare it to the other big 3 like Luffy, Ichigo. You can't really compare them because they're all different. So I'm not going to say too much on that one. Naruto have bad writing. That's right above the Krillin and Omni-Man one. Naruto has good writing. You can't say it has bad writing. That's terrible. Terrible. And then you got the Gifted versus Hardworking. Other than Gojo is that he's not hardworking. I'm gonna be honest. Gojo is not hardworking. So that's it's not bad, but it's not terrible. It's not Krillin and fucking Omni, man. It's not terrible, but it's not good, you know. And then you got the Toji and Naruto verse. It's also not a bad one. Like I've heard worse throughout this video. I've heard worse, so I'm not gonna say it's like a terrible take. But then you got the little speed run that he had, and I'm not gonna go through that honestly. But for part 3, make sure y'all leave y'all hot takes, or y'all rank the hot takes in the comments. And yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Tomorrow we got 3 uploads. 3 uploads every day. We got this. Alright, we are actually locked in for the summer. We got 3 uploads. I'm not gonna, there's not like a specific time they're gonna be uploaded, but there are gonna be 3 uploads tomorrow. I don't know what they're gonna be yet, but we will figure it out. And yeah, I really hope y'all enjoyed the video. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, enjoy y'all rest of y'all summer, just like me. And I'll see you boys on the next one. See ya later.